Hello folks, I'm here to do a quick showcase on a computer I rescued from the e-waste. This is an Acer AM3470G-UW10P. It showcases a FM1 AMD quad-core A6-3620 with the 6530D integrated graphics. It came originally with a 500 gig hard drive. It came with 4 gigs of RAM, that was included. I did have to put my own hard drive in. Everything else is still here, still complete. I've cleaned it up, refurbished it, repasted it. This is a project that I wanted to start up. For the record, if I've not mentioned it yet, I did get this whole thing shipped to my door for $22.75 total. That's shipping, cost, and everything. Got it from the Goodwill in Charlotte. Very good place to buy old PCs and refurbish them and reuse them for something to make them shine the best. In other words, one man's trash, another man's treasure. And I've made this a nice little treasure. What I'm going to dedicate this for is all my optical games. I'm currently running XP Service Pack 3 with the unofficial Service Pack 4 update. I am using Cataylst 13.1, the absolute best Terrascale driver for AMD and ATI cards of that era. It has the best functionality for old games and however far to where XP cuts off on what it can't run. So I found that to be the ideal driver. I've done tests with many drivers and that is the best all around for features and compatibility. Right now I'm currently installing Colomet Ray 2.0. And yeah, so far it's been running everything like a champ. I've put StarCraft on it so far. I haven't put Age of Empires 2 on it yet. I'm going to put Warcraft 2 on it. This is already installed. The level editor of Chronicles is already installed. The Chronicles game, I will have to put a patch. The actual Chronicles game. That's the only one that needs the TR update patch that you can get on, sites to update it to where it's more compatible. Don't know why that is. The level editor runs without a hitch that this copy comes with. It came with the Tomb Raider level editor, which has all the level editor levels. It's got about 8 or 10, I guess, demo levels, and they work fine. No patching involved. This installed without a hitch. All my classics are just, except for the most part. Tony Hawk installed great. StarCraft, of course, installed fine. I'm sure this is going to do just fine. Warcraft 2 BattleNet Edition. Like I said, this is a repurposed system, and I already kept the side panel off because I wanted to showcase the value that this $22 system is showcasing. First off, the power supply. Look at that. That is a nice power supply for an OEM. That is an FSP. And I looked at the railing, and it's got 240 watts on the 12-volt rail. So that means you could run at least like a HD 7770 or something like that. I wouldn't want to go too much above 120, 130 watt card. I'd say that'd be the maximum I would, test this system with. But that being said, you could run some Molex adapters to the PCI Express 6-pin without having any issues, because this is a very reputable, durable power supply, and it will run close to those watts. Pretty accurate on that. I'm pretty sure about that, because FSP, I've learned, is a pretty good OEM brand. It's definitely got a good reputation, and it's good, made out of pretty good components. So that alone worth $22 to me. I mean, I would gladly spend $22 for a power supply like that. So there it is. I've already got my value out of this whole system with it. Only thing I had to add was a 500 gig laptop drive that I've got about $5 or $6 in. So I've got a grand total of $30-ish in the system. I did put a little $2 Wi-Fi adapter on the back so we'll get internet. But yeah, it's came with 4 gigs of memory, like it stated on the top. Well, actually, that was on the side, but I moved it to the top because it sticks better. The little old showcase panel sticker that tells you what's all inside the system. Now, this system originally came with Windows 7 64-bit and 4 gigs of memory. I thought to myself, that APU probably would struggle with that configuration, so I'm not saying it'd do that bad, but it's more suitable for this, definitely. So let's see how it does with the Comet Ray Rally 2. I see, it's probably done. Let's see how it did. Okay, there it is. Rally 2, this must be the network only. Oh, I didn't need that. I don't even need that. I just need this part right here. Here we go. Let's see how it does. There we go. Bingo! There's Comet Ray 2. As you can see, it's running on my optical game, no problem. I'm going to enhance it. I know this is an APU, but it's a competent one. We go bump. Definitely going to fix that. Go 1280 by 2224. 32. There we go. There we go. I go with tri-linear, and we should be good to go. Alright, let's give it a little test run. Let's see what we got. That's it. Okay, here we go. There we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
You see, it runs great. I'll probably do some settings, see if I can get it a little sharper on the car detail, but yeah, works fine. Alright, as you can see, it worked great. And there we go. So yeah, if you had a demo copy of it, it's going to run perfectly fine on this system. Let me get, I don't know if that game requires the disc, but I hope not. I think it being a sold out version, it probably don't. I know this requires the disc, but yeah, like I said, I've tested all these. I'll show you. Oh, the Tomb Raider level editor does not require this. The Chronicles does. So I'll just go ahead and pop open the Tomb Raider level editor and show you that it works flawlessly. Unpatched. It did not require any patching. Yeah, this system to me is can be of very high value when properly utilized and using the correct drivers and software. You can have a very good time with it. One other plus is this system, the board and everything's all non-proprietary. It can be moved over to another system. I can upgrade this box case with anything I want to, basically, almost. You know, it's Acer. One thing I give them credit for back in this era, they had very user-friendly stuff to work with. If you wanted to ever upgrade it, change it out, put a faster system in, it didn't matter what you wanted. The possibilities were endless. The cases were decent, nice design. This one's awesome. It's got 4 front USB ports, and I am a USB hog. I love USB ports. I like having as many as possible, and this one does contain all that. So yeah, this is a nice little system. I see wonderful potential in it, and at the moment what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to leave that slot that I opened up there. I'm going to leave it alone for now. I'm debating on possibly putting that board with the APU and the drive in a little Veriton case, one of those small form factor ones. I have a couple of Veriton cases. I might swap out a few things and put I think I got a Skylake Veriton. I could probably swap this board into it and then put the Skylake system in here. And that way, you know, I would then put a dedicated card in it and make it, you know. In other words, I would, for the size this system takes up, it would be a little more justified putting in a little Veriton case. Even with a lower watt power supply with the APU, just going APU, it's not going to be an issue. But so far, this APU seems to be pretty competent. I like the fact that it's based on the 6530D graphics. So that's getting close to this 6570 system that I'm running here on this old Dell Optiplex 360 underneath the monitor. It's quite good for retro gaming. So I mean, you know, integrated graphics. If I use some decent memory and stuff like that, which it came with okay. I think it's got plenty of potential. Anyway, I'll just move around real quick and exit out and show that it don't have any issues crashing when you exit the game. And there you go. There you go. Again, guys, a FM1 APU system can be very viable for many retro projects, and I highly recommend if you see one at a Goodwill or something like that, might be a good idea to give it a second chance, give it a new outlook on life. I personally am a fan of that because I like these older hardware. This older hardware is compatible with a lot of older operating systems, and I highly recommend it. It's a nice way to reuse old equipment, and again, give it a second outlook on life. I've done that plenty of times. Trust me, I've got plenty of computers, and I'm certainly not going to be showing all of them. I just wanted to show the basics of this last thing that I received yesterday. I've been playing around with it, and it's been so far very fun. I'm going to use it for now. It's going to be a retro APU system, and I'm going to run I'm just going to install optical stuff to it. The only exception is I did install the fully updated Diablo 2 with Pluggy. So aside from that one, this whole system is going to be dedicated for optical media that I have. I've got Driver, I've got several other old games that I'm going to throw on this thing and just dedicate it, because the drive it came with, the optical drive, seems to work fine. It's a little slow, but it works great. It's a Dvd Rom drive, so I can play DVDs on it. It's just so many things you can do on the system. Just even to think that I got it for $22 and just had to pop a $5 drive in it, and it's ready to go. Shout out to the Grid. Shout out to the Goodwill in Charlotte. They have a lot of these available. This was an auction. The winning bid was $14.99, and then with the shipping and all and tax, it came to $22.75. Great system for that. The case alone can be reused. You can't buy a case anymore for $20. So again, you break down all the components that the system and all has, the power supply, the motherboard, the APU, all that stuff. Great little system. You're getting extremely good value out of this. And again, I could ramble all day about this, but anyway, I just wanted to make the point across. This is Matt signing off.